The secret of staying young is to live honestly, eat slowly, and lie about your age. One of the things I learned the hard way was that it doesn't pay to get discouraged. Keeping busy and making optimism a way of life can restore your faith in yourself. Love yourself first and everything else falls into line. You really have to love yourself to get anything done in this world. Knowing what you cannot do is more important than knowing what you can do. In fact, that's good taste. I'd rather regret the things I've done than regret the things I haven't done. I hate failure, and that divorce was a number one failure in my eyes. It was the worst period of my life. Neither Desi nor I have been the same since, physically or mentally. I think knowing what you cannot do is more important than knowing what you can. In life, all good things come hard, but wisdom is the hardest to come by. I'm happy that I have brought laughter because I have been shown by many the value of it in so many lives, in so many ways. The more things you do, the more you can do. Luck. I don't know anything about luck. I've never banked on it, and I'm afraid of people who do. Luck to me is something else: hard work, and realizing what is opportunity and what isn't. Once in his life, every man is entitled to fall madly in love with a gorgeous redhead. You see much more of your children once they leave home. Women's lib. Oh, I'm afraid it doesn't interest me one bit. I've been so liberated it hurts. I will never do another TV series. It couldn't top I Love Lucy, and I'd be foolish to try. In this business, you have to know when to get off. I'm sometimes scared of everything that has happened to us. We didn't think Desilu Productions would grow so big. We merely wanted to be together and have 2 children. If you want something done, ask a busy person to do it. The more things you do, the more you can do. I have an everyday religion that works for me. Love yourself first, and everything else falls into line. Use a makeup table with everything close at hand and don't rush, otherwise you'll look like a patchwork quilt. I'm not funny. What I am is brave. It's a hell of a start, being able to recognize what makes you happy. I regret the passing of the studio system. I was very appreciative of it because I had no talent. How I Love Lucy was born. We decided that instead of divorce lawyers profiting from our mistakes, we'd profit from them. I am a real ham. I love an audience. I work better with an audience. I am dead, in fact, without one. One of the things I learned the hard way was that it doesn't pay to get discouraged. Keeping busy and making optimism a way of life can restore your faith in yourself. One of the things I learned the hard way was that it doesn't pay to get discouraged. Keeping busy and making optimism a way of life can restore your faith in yourself. I don't do TA very well because I haven't got much of either. I think knowing what you cannot do is more important than knowing what you can do. In fact, that's good taste. The secret to staying young is to live honestly, eat slowly, and lie about your age. If you want something done, ask a busy person to do it. When you're too mad and too rattled to see straight, you're bound to make mistakes. You can't go on and on for years being miserable about a situation and not have it change you. You get so you can't stand yourself. People either have comedy or they don't. You can't teach it to them. I never thought I was funny. I don't think funny. I was shy for several years in my early days in Hollywood until I figured out that no one really gave a damn if I was shy or not, and I got over my shyness. I am not funny. The writers were funny. My directors were funny. The situations were funny. What I am is brave. I have never been scared. Not when I did movies, certainly not when I was a model, and not when I did I Love Lucy. It wasn't love at first sight. It took a full 5 minutes. Television is the quickest form of recognition in the world. Here's what I advise any young struggling actress today: the important thing is to develop as a woman first, and a performer second. You wouldn't prostitute yourself to get a part, not if you're in the right mind. You won't be happy, whatever you do, unless you're comfortable with your own conscience. Remember to recognize the small successes that you will have. Don't let the brightness of that big goal blind you to what happens on the way toward the goal. Meet one wave at a time and enjoy what progress you make. I want you please not to be taken up in the undertow of pessimism. I don't suppose that hard work, discipline, and a perfectionist attitude toward my work did me any harm. They are a big part of my makeup today, as any of my coworkers will tell you. And when life seemed unbearable, I learned to live in my imagination, and to step inside other people's skins, indispensable abilities for an actress. My ideal of womanhood has always been the pioneer woman who fought and worked at her husband's side. She bore the children, kept the home fires burning. She was the hub of the family, the planner and the dreamer. I believe that we're as happy in life as we make up our minds to be. Luck. Luck is hard work, and realizing what is opportunity and what isn't. Love yourself first and the rest of your life will fall into place. The more things you do, the more things you can do. Children internalize their parents' unhappiness. Fortunately, they absorb our contentment just as readily. Now get the hell out of here and go change the world. Ability is of little account without opportunity. Whether we're prepared or not, life has a habit of thrusting situations upon us. Responsibility is the ability to respond. I cured myself of shyness when it finally occurred to me that people didn't think about me half as much as I gave them credit for. The truth was, nobody gave a damn. Like most teenagers, I was far too self-centered. When I stopped being prisoner to what I worried was others' opinions of me, I became more confident and free. Some of the most gifted people I've ever met or read about are homosexual. How can you knock it? There's a great deal of difference between temperament and temper. Temperament is something you welcome creatively, for it is based on sensitivity, empathy, awareness. But a bad temper takes too much out of you and doesn't really accomplish anything. A man who correctly guesses a woman's age may be smart, but he's not very bright. I would rather regret the things that I have done than the things that I have not. Love yourself first and everything falls into line.